Good evening, everyone. Good evening to my beloved Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and good evening to my EOW family. It's Friday, June 7th, and 7:01 p.m. June 7th on a Friday, 2023. Got a lot to cover today. We are hoping for a guest to actually enter, but he has not. He is currently he resides in Africa, and it's 5 a.m. over there right now. So it's a little bit early for him. So we're hoping he gets in. We had a pretty rough week again this week, and we lost some good officers. Let's talk about a few of them. This is beautiful Sergeant Heather Glenn with Tell City Police Department, Indiana. Her end of watch was Monday, July 3rd, 2023. Sergeant Heather Glenn was shot and killed while attempting to arrest a subject at Perry County Memorial Hospital in Tell City at 12:50 a.m. Sergeant Glenn was investigating a domestic violence incident involving an injured woman who was being treated at the hospital. When the woman notified authorities that the subject was arriving at the hospital, Sergeant Glenn, officers from Tell City Police Department, Perry County Sheriff's Office, and Cannleton Police Department responded. The subject resisted arrest, and despite using electronic control weapon, taser, Sergeant Glenn could not subdue the man. The subject pulled a gun and fatally shot Sergeant Glenn. Other officers returned fire and killing the subject. Sergeant Glenn had served with the Tell City Police Department for over 20 years. Amazing. Amazing. We also lost this handsome man, police officer Carlos Taylor with the Montgomery Police Department in Alabama. June 30th, 2023 was his end of watch. Officer Carlos Taylor succumbed to complications of injuries sustained in a vehicle crash on September 17th at the intersection of Spring Valley Road and Woodley Road. He was responding to a needs assistance call for officers pursuing two men with a gun. He was traveling south on Woodley in an unmarked car when he attempted to avoid hitting another vehicle. His patrol car crossed into another lane, collided with a vehicle. He suffered traumatic injury to his brainstem that resulted in him being a quadriplegic, unable to verbally communicate. He remained under constant care until succumbing to his injuries on June 30th. He had served with the Montgomery Police Department for over 2 years. Again, just an amazing individual. This handsome man is Detective Delbert Phillips Jr. with the Virgin Islands Police Department in Virgin Islands. His end of watch was Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. Detective Delbert Phipps was shot and killed when he and several other officers responded to reports of an armed subject at the Jaw Yard area of hospital grounds shortly before 8 a.m. As the officers arrived, they encountered a subject wearing a ballistic vest armed with a semi-automatic rifle. The man opened fire on officers, shot Detective Phipps during the ensuing shootout. The subject was also wounded and taken into custody. Detective Phipps was transported to the regional medical center where he succumbed to his wounds. Man has been arrested for unrelated murder several months earlier when he was out on bond at the time he murdered Detective Phipps. Detective Phipps served with the Virgin Police Department for over 7 years. 7 years. Wow. On July 5th, Deputy Sheriff Ty Michael Brown with Chris County Sheriff's Office, Georgia, was shot and killed at about 3:40 a.m. after stopping a stolen vehicle, 1300 block of Highway 280 in Cordley. The subject shot Deputy Brown during the traffic stop, then stole his patrol vehicle. Other deputies pursued the vehicle through multiple counties before the man was taken into custody. Deputy Brown was transported to Chris Regional, where he succumbed to his wounds. The subject was charged with malice murder, felony murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, theft by receiving stolen property, carjacking, 3 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 3 counts of possession of fire during the commission of a crime, and 2 counts of theft by taking. And again, here we go. Deputy Brown was a military veteran, served with Crisp County for 10 months. He was survived by his parents and grandparents. Absolutely horrific. June 7th is also another hard hit month or date in our society. I mean, every police officer killed is important to all of us. But when we have mass officers killed, um, it takes a lot for the departments to recover. It takes a lot for the community, but more importantly for the families. So I want to do a shout out and just really remind everyone for the Dallas Five that we lost on June 7th and June 8th. These are the Dallas Five, and I just want to speak about them. We remember them. Police Officer Brent Allen Thompson, Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police Department, Texas. Police Officer Michael Crow, Sergeant Michael Smith, Police Officer Patrick Zampera, and Senior Corporal Lauren Ann Athens. Police Officer Brent Thompson of the Dallas Transit Police Department, Senior Corporal Lauren Athens, Police Officer Michael Kroll, Sergeant Michael Smith, and Police Officer Patrick uh, Zamerapa of the Dallas Police Department was shot and killed by an active shooter during a protest in downtown Dallas. And this happened uh, July 7th and 8th of 2016. The man shot a total of 12 officers, killing 5 and wounding 7. The subject was cornered in a college building, barricaded himself for several hours while he spoke to negotiators, which time he stated he specifically targeted white police officers. So, I just want to bring up again, Officer Thompson was a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, served with the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police for 9 years. He's survived by his beautiful wife, 6 children, 1 granddaughter, and 3 grandchildren. His wife also served as an officer with the Dark Police. Officer Kroll served with the Dallas Police Department for 9 years and was previously with Wayne County, Michigan Sheriff's Office for 4 years. Sergeant Smith was a U.S. Army veteran. He served with the Dallas Department for 27 years. He was survived by his wife and 2 daughters. Officer Kroll served with the Dallas Department for 9 years and previously with Wayne County, Michigan Sheriff's Office for 4 years. Officer Zampera was U.S. Navy vet, served with the Dallas Department for 6 years. He was survived by his beautiful wife, 2-year-old daughter, and a stepson. Corporal Haynes served with the Dallas Department for 14 years. Previously served with Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office for 11 years. He's survived by his wife, 2 children, and his wife also serves with Dallas Police Department. Just amazing. So beautiful, beautiful men. And if you don't mind, light a candle tonight, say a prayer for them and their families, and all of them, all of our beautiful men and women, especially the 4 we lost this week. So do a quick toast to all of them, and then we'll carry on. So cheers to the 4 sheepdogs that were killed this week, and cheers to the sheepdogs, the Dallas Five. So may you all rest in peace, and may your families be blessed. As promised, I think Chris wanted us to see, that's the memorial for the Dallas Five. Beautiful, beautiful memorial. So we do have a special guest, and we decided to bring him on because there's some stuff that we're doing with him, and also what he's doing. I think we've got a banner where tomorrow, don't know if that banner's there. Tomorrow there's an event happening, and this is kind of what led us to think about bringing him on. So if we can get that banner, we'll talk about that banner. It's happening tomorrow, but it's 5 a.m. or 5:11 now, and I'm going to try and get Alvin in here. Let's see. Alvin, are you available? There he is. Hi, Alvin.
Ye- Hi, I'm available.
Yes, you are. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
Good. I know it's pretty early over there. How's the weather in Kenya?
In Nairobi, the weather is a bit chilly.
Yeah,
Right now it's 5:11 a.m. in the morning,
yeah,
but we are awake.
yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
So I met Alvin. For those of us, those that are watching, I met Alvin last year, and we were talking on some projects that Beyond the Call wanted to do, and so Alvin showed a piece of property that he was selling that was next to a conservation, and the idea that we wanted to do was uh, get a property next to a conservation and start bringing families and survivors over and have them have a healing process using nature, using just everything that you could think of. So Alvin was kind enough to show us this beautiful property called Ginger Gardens in Nanyuki. And Alvin, if you want to talk about this property itself and what's next to it and what we're going to be doing a little bit.
Okay, so Ginger Gardens, Nyanyuki is in Nyanyuki town. And as we all know, Nyanyuki town here in Kenya has become one of the biggest tourist destinations because of the conservancies that surround it. And it's a town that has one of the most amazing views here in Kenya. It has a beautiful view of Mount Kenya. It has a beautiful view of Aberdare Ranges and at the same time Loldaiga Hills. So, as I'd already mentioned to you when you are here in Kenya, that this piece of property being next to a conservancy, being having the beautiful view of Mount Kenya and Loldaiga Hills, it would be a beautiful location um, for us to be able to come up with the tented camp idea, whereby we fence the piece of property, uh, we put water on the piece of property, then at the same time we get to build a tented camp on that piece of property. So what this will help with is when people come to visit here in Kenya, they can get a chance to go to the conservancy, which is called Olpadeta Conservancy. They'll get to see all the beautiful uh, um, animals that nature has to offer, which are the elephants. We have chimpanzees at the Olpajeta Conservancy. We have the white rhino at the Olpajeta Conservancy. And at the same time, we have a blind rhino that's called Baraka that also people get to contribute for its health and at the same time for its survival because that rhino cannot see, but at the same time guys come to visit it just to get to enjoy and see the beautiful nature and what nature has to offer. In terms of, this animal is blind, and at the same time it can be able to hear, it can be able to sense where people are just by you calling it. If you just go there and just call it Baraka, it will come to the location where you are. And all of this is made possible by the people who contribute towards it. So if you are to Google Olpajeta Conservancy, you'll get to see Baraka. And this piece of property is just 4 kilometers from Olpajeta Conservancy. So if you come here, if you go to the conservancy, you get to see the animals. Then you come now to Ginger Gardens Nyanyuki to relax and also enjoy the view of Mount Kenya, and also just being a home away from home, a place whereby there are no road noises.
Yeah,
All you hear is just birds chirping. All you hear
yeah.
is just, the beautiful silence that we all look for after our hustle and bustle. So that is what Ginger Gardens has to offer.
Yeah, and again, these are going to be modern tents, but
Yes,
providing the outdoor ability to sit back and hear some lions roaring, hearing the hyenas laughing, being
yes,
able to even smell them because they're right there. So
yes.
so that was
Mhm.
really interesting, and I was excited. And you're going to actually break ground this November with building the first tents.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
hopefully next year, at the same time, we will start bringing some survivors over and making sure they're taken care of. And there's going to be a restaurant on the property. There'll be just all the amenities that one would think to have.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And the other thing, as I told you, I took Daniel to site.
Yeah.
I took him to where the project is, and we were lucky enough for him to have the full-on experience of
Right.
us meeting, of us encountering a giraffe that has just escaped. Him getting to see how the rangers get to deal with such a situation. He was so excited about it.
Yeah.
Him seeing it firsthand. So these are the kind of experiences that guys who come here, who will be coming to the tents, coming to relax there. These are the experiences that they'll get to see when they get to Ginger Gardens. So I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had sent over something, and which really piqued my interest. And you're actually involved, and I think we've got it. You're involved with this. It's called Welcome to Baltimore. It's
Yes.
happening tomorrow from 1 to 7 p.m.
Yes,
So if
yes, yes.
yeah, so if anyone is in Baltimore, get out there between 1 and 7 tomorrow. It's being hosted by Alvin's company. He won't be there. He's in Kenya, remember, but
Yeah.
it's being hosted by him. And they actually have a thing that says nyama choma. And if you don't know what nyama choma is, you have to go and eat the food. It is a traditional way of making food from Kenya. And there's entertainment vendors. They'll also talk to you about different projects that are happening. In fact, Alvin was sent over some more. This is a
Yeah.
new farm that he's working on right now. And again, it's the same concept of having a home away from a home, but having a exotic place to go to, which is next to conservations. And when we talk about conservations, these are not zoos. This is not where there is an animal in a paddock or in a zoo. They are wild. They're out there by themselves, but in a very well protected area by the rangers so that no poachers can harm them. So,
Exactly, exactly. Like this new project that we launched, it's called Pazuri Gardens. Pazuri means in English, it's like me saying nice place, nice farm. So
right,
it's called Pazuri Gardens. It's in Isinya. Also, same concept on this, but the difference is for this one, you can be able to build your container homes for this particular location, or you can build your own home away from home through you building with concrete, or now with the container homes. So this
right.
is also a very beautiful location. You get to see the ostriches as you go to site, because as you know, Isinya is known for that, for the beautiful ostrich, wild ostriches, and also antelopes. You get to see them as you go to site, and also zebras. So these are animals that cannot harm you, but you can get to enjoy to see them as you go to site.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then you did a ginger garden, or you did a second ginger garden.
Yes.
Yeah, you did the Abadir view.
Yes.
And then was this one also on the concept of building a tent city?
For this one, yes, it has the tented cab idea. And the reason why we called it Ginger Gardens Aberdare View is because now this one has a direct view, uninterrupted view of Aberdare View. So as you stand on site, when you get to site, all you're seeing is just the beautiful view of Aberdare Ranges from the site itself. So that's why we called it Aberdare View. So this one is also on sale, by the way. Some of them have already been bought. This is the layout of the property. And for anybody who's interested, they can always contact us, and I'll give them more information in regards to this. And I can guide them on how they can get to own land here in Kenya.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And we will put all that information up on our webpage as well, so that you can get back and get a hold of Alvin. If not, get a hold of us, and we'll get a hold of him to get a hold of you. So, but we've got some really exciting things that we're going to be doing with Alvin and his company. And once Once our ground is broken, we'll definitely put more photographs up, show what's going on over there, and not only that, but also how we're helping the communities, because that's one of the things that Alvin and I have talked about is we're going to give back to the communities as well in different formats. Uh, Really big on schools, big on health, big on getting just stuff like that going. So, well, Alvin, I won't take up too much of your time, but please stay around if you want to. I'm going to
Yeah,
talk about some other stuff.
no
And
problem.
all right, thank you again, and be blessed.
Thank you also for the opportunity. And as always, you're here. I'm here to serve you, and fantastic work that you guys are doing over there. And I wish somebody can do the same here back in Kenya. As I told you yesterday,
Yeah,
I wish somebody would do the same thing back here in Kenya. Fantastic, fantastic work.
we'll
Fantastic work.
start small and we'll make it happen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, see you
Thank you.
soon. Yeah, Alvin is an amazing man. I met him, like I said, I met him just through my best friend Ash, and got to talking with him. Saw the concept, sat down, and he gave me all the time available. That he just gave me all his time. Gave him the concept, told him what we want to do with survivors, told him what we want to do with all these families, and we're going to make it happen. I mean, just some of the ideas that we've been talking back and forth, and can't wait for the ground to break. Can't wait to take survivors there and just get their minds away from all these horrible hardships that happen. If you can, remember we still have raffle tickets available for this beautiful Pan America raffles in September, September 16th. We've only sold about 600 tickets, so your chances are really good. There's the beautiful bike. We are doing the Three Angels Poker Run. That's coming up Saturday, July 15th. It's next weekend. Tom Finken, Steve Core, and Mel Irvin. Steve Core was one of our Beyond the Call of Duty riders, and the proceeds of this are going to go towards the Children's Hospital. It's going to go towards Beyond the Call of Duty Pause as well. We're going to be at the Moxie Hop Festival August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Please come out there. Um, Officer Diaz, that was killed in line of duty from Yakima Police Department, is going to be on the memorial. Please come and take a look at that. I want to thank our sponsors, Lone Wolf Harley Davidson dealership, for their continued support. Michael Dees, I want to continue thanking them. Thanking Bud Clary, Toyota in Yakima. Want to really thank Phoenix Protective Corporation. They are our diamond yokes again for another continued support. We did get a scholarship letter, and I know that reviewing it right now, that was the only one we got for the month of July, which they'll be announcing soon. So stay tuned to that. Advanced Digital, want to thank them. Our good friends at 1350, want to thank them. Shellkirk Construction, and our beautiful Jen with Garden Street Yoga, who continues to support us. The only thing that I don't know if I have, which I wanted to thank Sean Reeves, because Sean really, again, blew us out the water. For his birthday, he asked all his friends to make a donation. And he not only reached his goal, but he exceeded his goal. Well, our hearts go out to Sean, who's one of our writers and representative. He's also a survivor, because a good partner of his was killed. So he does this with wholeheartedness. So our love to Sean for thinking of us and doing a donation for us, and bless you and love you. Let's reach out. Eddie, good evening, buddy. Love you. Heather Bowman, good evening. Hope you guys are good, and I love to see that monkey. Elizabeth, praying for you and your family. Thanks, Billy. Nick, good evening. All is well. Hope you had a great 4th, bud. And Heather, God bless the sponsors. Thank you, Heather. Well, there we go. Another Friday night. Remember, no drinking and driving, no texting and driving. If you get an opportunity, it's not a hard concept. Just go up to a law enforcement officer or first responder, thank them. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Beyond the Call of Duty just thanks Sean for the generous donation, and so just say a big thank you to him. So, but if you're out and about, you see some law enforcement, please ask them first before you jump on them. Ask them if you can give them a hug. Tell them you love them. It doesn't cost you anything. Go out there, spend a little money on us. Go to our webpage, go to our store, buy something. Money goes 100% to the families or to keeping this organization going. Buy some raffle tickets. More than anything, let's not forget these beautiful men and women that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Let's not forget what they have done. Let's remember who they are, say their names, remember their loved ones and their children, and light a little light and a candle for them. So God bless you all, love you all, and see you next Friday.